So, okay. Here I am. Okay, because I was like, Kim, what do I do? Okay.
So I am going to also start the recording because I do forget.
Okay. So, okay. Here I am. Okay, because I was like, Kim, what do I do? That's a little bit delayed.
So what I normally do is I mute my YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah, good to see you.
okay, let me see. How do I mute the YouTube? Kim, how do I mute the YouTube?
It should be a button on the bottom bar where play and pause and all that is. On the actual YouTube video. Lower left-hand corner.
No, I don't see that.
Well, you could just close it. Yes, Miss Maureen.
How do I close it?
Uh, you're on YouTube.
Yeah.
Close the window at the top.
I
Exit out.
tried I tried to do that. We're good. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Okay, you see my screen? You see where
Yes.
we have the button at the bottom of the video? Right here
Where?
on your YouTube. You see where I'm pointing to the button?
No, I do not see that.
Do you see my screen?
It's frozen.
Yeah, because I have it on pause.
Okay, I see the screen here.
Okay, do you see where my mouse is circling the button on the lower left hand of the video?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, you should have a button at the same place on your video.
Where it's like a something writing, a little. No,
Yeah, at the bottom of your YouTube, not mine, yours.
I don't see that. I don't.
Okay, can you go to the top of your page and just close the window?
Yes, but it didn't
Just
close.
just close it. You don't need YouTube. Yeah, just close it.
Oh my God, look at that.
Hey, we problem solvers over here.
Girl, cause I don't know. Hey, Anange is here. Look at you, girl. What happened to her?
I love this shirt.
Oh my God, all of my peeps. I love it. Okay, that's cool.
We need to find if anybody knows any young producers that can make some original music. I would love to have some music going while we're doing this little waiting game to let everybody come in. But YouTube always flags it and says, I'm not authorized to use that. So if anybody knows any young producers that can create us some opening music, we appreciate that.
Okay, and Dr. Lopez, you look kind of dark. I don't know where your light is. I just figured out how to do my light, but I don't know where your light is because I can't really see your face. See that?
I said I opened my windows, that's why.
Oh,
Oh,
Let me
oh.
just close them.
Hey, Shanae. Hey.
Soul. Welcome back.
Hey, Saul, how are you?
You
I'm
know,
doing
this,
okay.
this
Morning.
reminds me of for those that are old enough to remember Zoom. I see you, Anaga, and I see you, Maureen, and I see you, Gwen. Do you remember Zoom, the children's show?
No, I don't remember that, but okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember.
I was finna say it was out around the time as Garfield Goose and the Bozo Show.
Mhm.
So I remember them.
Uh-huh.
Look at that. My peeps are here.
They like,
Deanna
man.
and James, my brother. I sent him an email. Look at that.
Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy to
Good
be here.
morning.
Morning.
All right, so it's 5 after 10, and we just gonna get this party started. Okay, everybody's like cool, sit back and relax. All right, here we go. Good morning and welcome to our Zoom party. I am Lion Suzette Logan, the Director of Resource Development for the National Provider Network, sponsored by Family to Family, the Illinois chapter of the Federation for Children's Mental Health. Sounds like a commercial, huh? So anyway, at the National Provider Network, we strive to bridge the gap between people and resources, bringing together organizations, schools, and agencies to support the community, local and national. We are a professional network aimed at breaking down and erasing barriers to health, education, with the health, physical, and mental, and supporting economic stability for youth and their families. Locally, the National Provider Network represents youth and their families in the townships of Bloom, Bremen, Rich, and Thornton. And each month, the National Provider Network works towards the goal of increasing access to educational and mental health support by highlighting innovative services, programs, and presenters who address mental health well-being, social and emotional learning, educational services, along with economic stability and community development. So we're going to get this party started, get comfortable, get your coffee, get your tea, and I will call on people to introduce themselves and say where they're from. And then I'll introduce our presenter. And then just to let people know, this is only for an hour. So we'll have the presenter and then you can ask questions. And then I will go back to the people on the screen. And if you have information, or want to give us additional information about where you're from, and you have additional information about your organization, or you have announcements, it's all open. All right, so we're going to get this party started, and we're going to start off with Shanae Weems.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It feels
Good
good to
morning.
see y'all faces again.
Yeah, we missed you.
Had a little break there. I am Shanae Weems, the Associate Director for Learning and Development at Heartland Human Care Services. Heartland Human Care Services is a human care agency that provides services for unaccompanied minors, domestic violence survivors, refugee and immigrant community services, as well as workforce development. So,
Well, welcome. We missed you, and I got you on the list now, so you'll be getting a email from me every month. Okay.
absolutely perfect.
Okay. So next up, I want to introduce Dr. Lopez.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Asi Lopez. I'm a health educator within Martha's. And Martha's provides medical and mental and case management service, social services as well. We have 29 locations throughout the state.
Well, welcome, Dr. Lopez. We are so glad that you're here.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All right. Next up is my girl, Maureen Hall.
Good morning, everyone. Maureen Hall from Premier Treatment and Counseling Services, which provides addiction treatment, counseling, outpatient to adolescents beginning at age 13 and adults.
All right. Welcome. And next up, we have Anange, my girl. We've been missing her. I am so glad that she is here today. Anange.
So grateful to be back. Thank you all. My name is Anange Mason. I'm a behavior analyst here in the Southland. My organization, Solid Ground Behavioral Services, provides family empowerment, behavioral services, autism services to youth ages 3 to 14 here in the Southland area. Our home base is in Linwood, and we have a satellite location. Our actual facility is located in Blue Island, Illinois.
Well, welcome back, my sister.
Thank you so much.
Well, next up we have Saul Ennis. Saul, hey.
Hey, good morning. My name is Saul, and I am the Assistant Director of the Envision Unlimited Living Room. It is a absolutely free, non-clinical mental health space. And so we offer community-based mental health, and no insurance was required. Very little paperwork required. And so we help people create goals and de-escalate. And one of our primary missions is to make sure we divert people away from the emergency room and connect them to resources.
Cool beans on that. Thank you, Saul. I'm glad that you're here, girl. Next up, we have Gia Washington. Hey, Gia.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. I'm Gia Washington, the Director of Community Education at Sertoma Star Services. We provide programming for people living with intellectual and developmental disabilities, as well as our community mental health center that provides mental health services to people of all ages.
Thank you, Gia, and I'm glad that you're here. I missed you. I like seeing that smile.
I'm glad to be here.
Next up, we have Kristen Hadley. Kristen.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kristen Hadley. I'm the director and president of Alumni Salvation Free and ADHD Networking Group, an organization for people with disability. And I'm also over the Disability Advocacy Department for Family to Family Children Mental Health.
Well, Kristen, thank you, and welcome to you, my pudding. Next up, we have Brianna Hurd, who is unable to speak to us right now because she's in the office, but Kimberly is going to tell us where she's from.
So Brianna is a mentor from SGA Youth and Family Services.
A mental health worker?
Yes.
All right. Well, welcome, Brianna. I know that you're multitasking over there. We're just happy that you're here. I'm glad you responded to my email. Next up, we have Tanya Brown. Tanya?
Yes, good morning.
Hey.
My name is Tanya Brown, and I work for Larabita's Children Advocacy Center, and that's located in Park Forest inside the police station. What we do is provide services to family and children where we interview children that experience some type of abuse. And so we work with DCFS and law enforcement in the Municipal District 6, and we also do prevention work where we go into the schools to educate parents, children, and staff on what to look out for if they think or if they think that their children may be abused. And so we're really trying to work out in the community this year because last year we interviewed 648 children that were sexually abused. And so the route that we're going now, that it looks like the number would exceed the number that we did last year. So we're really trying to put in the work to educate staff where children have lack attendance at school, because there's a reason behind it why they're missing so many days. But thank you so much for having me here.
Okay, so Tanya, my name is Suzette, obviously, and I need your information. Okay, so Kimberly, how can she get us that information?
If she sends it, then I'll have it. I was gonna I unmuted myself, but I saw you had it under control. So Tanya, if you send me your information, then we'll definitely get that passed on to Suzette.
Yes, absolutely. But Thank you, my sister, for being here, girl.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have Sharon Rouse. Hey, Sharon. Where you at, Sharon? Okay, there you go. Take yourself off of mute. Sharon. Okay.
Good morning. I'm having internet issues.
Oh, there you go. I see you, girl.
Good morning. Thank you. My name is Sharon Ross. I am the president and CEO of Your Career Tapestry. I'm a national certified counselor and a licensed professional counselor, and we provide under-resourced students as well as adults with career exploration programming and personal and professional workshops on leadership, communication styles, team building.
Well, Sharon, welcome. And I am working on Sharon being a presenter in the future so we can learn all about the services that they present. But thank you, my darling, for coming today. We appreciate you.
Thank you for inviting me.
No problem. Next up, we have Patricia Zaninga. Zaninga. Okay, girl, please say it. So I don't know if I'm saying it right.
It's Zuniga.
Zuniga.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, welcome,
Yeah.
Patricia.
Hi, thank you for inviting me. I am the community educator for SGA Youth and Family Services for the Trauma Informed Behavioral Health Program.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you work.
My job is to go to the community and teach the adults working with youth the red flags and warning signs and how they can intervene in the middle of a crisis when an individual has experienced something traumatic or dealing with substance abuse issue crisis.
Oh my goodness, we are like jamming on this Zoom. Okay, but welcome, Patricia. Wait, so you work with Tamara?
Yes, Tamara is my supervisor.
Okay, cool beans on that. All right. Well, welcome, darling. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next up, we have James Flagg, my friend.
Hello and good morning, everybody. Hopefully you all can see me.
Now we can.
There we go. Good morning, everybody. Multitasking, switching between the phone and computer. I'll be on the laptop shortly, but I'm a CSBG Reach Manager or Community Service Block Grant Outreach Manager for CEDA of Cook County, covering suburban Cook County. We provide a variety of resources to help individuals and families on a path to self-sufficiency, whether that's utility bill assistance, housing services, weatherization services, WIC service, and additional financial and economic resources, all to help families on a path to stability. So happy to see you, Suzette. Happy to be with everybody, and thank you for the invitation.
Thank you, James, and I'm so glad you're here. I missed you. Next up, we have
Yes.
Deanna Hall. She's a favorite of mine too. Deanna.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good
My name is
morning.
Deanna Hall, and I am a licensed clinical social worker and the CEO and founder of Peaceful Minds Enterprises. Peaceful Minds is basically a community-based mental health practice. We offer individual, group, family therapy. We specialize in treating mental health disorders. We also offer mindfulness-based training curriculums for adolescents and workplace wellness programs for schools, hospitals, and so forth. We're located in the south suburbs of Chicago, but we do telehealth too, so the option is always available. It's good seeing everyone.
Hey, thank
Good to
you,
see you.
Deanna. Thank you for coming.
No
Next up, we have Marcus Covington. And I don't know if I know that Marcus is multitasking. So if he can't answer, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about him. He is from Dalton, Illinois, and he is with the Peacekeepers. Okay. All righty. And then last but not least, we have from DCFS, Gwendolyn Amber. And Gwendolyn is going to talk a little bit about the back to school, getting us ready for the back to school season. This month, we are spotlighting the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services, the upcoming health fair. It's a perfect opportunity to share your resources with the community and to ensure that our kids are ready for a great school year. So I would like to welcome Gwendolyn Amber, Resource and Recruitment Specialist with DCFS. Amber, the floor is all yours.
Good morning, everyone. I really enjoyed, I took notes and I'm like, whoa, we have a strong village here.
I know.
Pretty much what our families and children need is on the line.
Yep.
We have our back to school resource fair. We have 2 dates for the South area and the South suburban area. The first date is July 31st, and that's at the DCFS Emerald office, which is located at 6201 South Emerald, and that's Chicago. Our second back to school resource fair is it's at the Harvey office, and that's August the 7th. And the Harvey office is located 1115 or 115 South Dixie Highway. And I would like to encourage everyone who's available to try to attend both or one of the dates. This is it's a critical time for many of our children, as far as being prepared, making sure that the foster parents are prepared, that the children are prepared, that the caseworkers are prepared, and that the community as a whole, that we're making sure that our children are prepared. Our children need, and our families need domestic violence information, because many of it's not just children that are in custody with DCFS, but we're also looking at intact families where they need services. However, their children still live with the biological parents or the grandparents, and custody has not been taken, but we are there to support the family and provide resources, because it truly takes a village. For our back to school event, we are looking for vendors that can address addiction treatment. Many of our families are struggling, or we have challenges with addictions, not only our families, but also our children. We're looking for vendors that can address our population that may have disabilities. Autism services is greatly needed in our community, and definitely mental health resources. So if you are a agency that provides mental health services, you are in great demand, and we would love to see you at our back to school rally. In addition to intellectual disability, that has been a challenge within our department, making sure that we have the resources for our families that may have, and our children that may have intellectual disabilities. So we definitely want to see you there, and see that we also want resources that can support our families, because many times our families, many times they know what they need, but they may not know how to navigate and get the resources, get the assistance, so that they can move forward, so that our children can move forward. Because before they step into the classroom, we want to make sure that they have the necessary resources. Not only is it a time for book bags, and we're going to do book bags and school supplies, but it's to make sure if a child needs a mentor, if a mentoring agency is at our resource fair, then we can make the connections. And sometimes, depending on the agency, they may be able to do a pre-enrollment on site, so that we know that the resources are there prior to starting school. Peacekeepers, you are an intricate part of our community. So we would love to see you at our back to school rally. One thing I wanted to clarify, because Giovanna Smith from Resources and Recruitment. That's my colleague. She wasn't able to make it. And sometimes when we say recruitment and resources, people really, they may not understand what we do. One of the main goals is to recruit loving homes for our children, because every child needs a loving home. And in Cook County alone, we're short about 400 homes in Cook County alone. We're not talking about the state of Illinois. So that's one of our main objectives. In addition, is to provide resources for our children, for our foster parents, for our biological parent, for our grandparents. So that's critical, because many times, depending on the village, determines the success of our children. So if DCFS fails, then our community has failed, and vice versa. So we would like to see all of you at our event. And once again, I'm gonna give the dates again. July the 31st, and that's at our Emerald office located at 6201 South Emerald. And then August the 7th is at our Harvey office located at 115 South Dixie Highway. Okay.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Gwen.
And
So
Amber, one question. We need the times. Can you give us details what times to set up and everything? And for everybody, I put a link in the chat box to the announcement, the original information we got from Giovanna, to contact her. So Gwen, if you have any other details, as far as like the setup time, or how do you want people to confirm with you that they will be in attendance?
Okay, I can put the details in the chat box. They're going to contact Giovanna Smith, and I'll put her office number and also her email address.
Okay, and what time are the fairs?
Okay, I'm looking for that.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I have that.
Because I want to say, I don't want to give you the wrong time.
Okay, so on July, oh no. Okay, I don't have that.
Yeah.
I thought I had it.
Okay, wait.
Wait, hold on a minute. Maybe I do. Hold on. Maybe I do.
I don't think we had it.
No.
You know, I want to say from 10 to 2, but I have to make sure.
Okay.
Because one, Harvey is later than Emerald. Because Harvey may be something like 3 to 6, but let me pull that information up. Let me multitask.
No, she doesn't have it. I'm looking at the flyer. It's not on
Okay,
the-
you all can, if you have questions, you can ask questions, and I am multitasking, and I'm about to pull up the time.
Okay, so anybody have questions for Gwendolyn? Gwen, Amber.
I have a question. So Gwen, I know that you guys have done these fairs often. I know so when the providers come out, are they going to get a chance to connect with the families, or you expect to have a lot of social workers? Will the families be registering for services, or will the vendors be expecting to get referrals directly from DCFS?
It'll probably be a combination.
Okay.
Because I work out of the Maywood office.
Okay.
And our fair is the middle of August. So many of our vendors are prepared to do pre-enrollments, and some, like the mentoring programs, they're prepared to do enrollment on site. And that can be from the foster parent support specialist, from the foster parent, from the placement worker,
Okay.
or from the families directly.
Well, and
So there are
send us the
several
information
ways
on the
to enroll.
Maywood date as well, and I'll send it out because a lot of people may also provide services in that area.
Right, right. And then we have been working with LAN 60, which is
Mhm.
out of Maywood, so that'll be good. And you
Yeah.
know, this is just a oversight of, I mean, this is this is a mistake by me. I would like for our CEO, Kimberly Haynes, to introduce herself, because I get so wrapped up in introducing everybody else, and I'm already talking to Kim. But Kim, could you just introduce
And
yourself?
just for the record, I'm totally okay with not having to do a formal introduction, but hello, everybody. I'm Kimberly Haynes. I'm the Executive Director for Family to Family Federation for Children's Mental Health. We are considered a family-run organization, and our mission is to really address stigma and empower parents to play critical roles in the development of research, practices, policies, and programs. So a lot of the work that we've done as an organization has included really relaunching LAN 53. You know, we came into this with 2 or 3 people, and I was able to pull Suzette in after her retirement to get this robust gathering that we have. Our work with DCFS has been very important to us in terms of, you know, really working with the department to see how we can coordinate community to provide the services that Gwen is talking about for our children. LAN 53 has a very long history of being that continuum of care. And so we're hoping that we can work with everyone here to kind of re-establish LAN 53 into a thriving and functional network that can really become that village for our children. I apologize to everyone. I don't know what I did in the settings that you all can't chat openly. You can only chat to me. So a lot of people have asked about making connections. So I dropped a attendance form because Suzette and I both kind of do our due diligence to send out emails. So if you can complete the attendance form, then that will allow me to kind of send that out to everyone so that everyone can have the connections. We'd also like to create a resource guide. We know that there's a huge gap in services according to what's listed on the SPIDER database, which is a statewide database. So we really want to do our part in making sure that agencies like DCFS, as well as all of you guys, are able to access these resources and see who does what kind of at a glance. So if you can just bear with us, if you do the attendance sheet, then I'll do the follow-up. So thank you for being here, and thank you for all of the hard work that you do. Thanks.
Thank you, Kim. And I see that someone else has joined us, Marie Johnson Reynolds. Do you want to introduce yourself, my darling? Marie Johnson Reynolds. Because I don't know where you are from. And she might be multitasking. Okay. Well, you know what? Listen, I have an announcement that I want to make, and then if anyone else after me, well, first of all, thank you, Gwen Amber. We appreciate you for stepping in for our girl Giovanna. Okay, so thank you for giving this information about DCFS. Okay, can Gwendolyn hear me?
Yes, you're welcome.
Okay, all right, no problem. Okay, so I'm going to make an announcement about something that I think is very important. And then if anyone else has any announcements or want to give some additional information about where they're from or whatever, the floor will be open to you. So the announcement that I have is regarding a pantry resource. And this information came from Kawan Taylor Bay, Cox Bay, who is with the DCFS, but This is her church, okay? And the church is Valley Kingdom Ministries, and it's located at 5217 West 149th Street in Oak Forest. And they have this is her word, not mine, robust pantry that services the south suburbs. And if you have families or people just need to connect with a pantry and really get some great services. I am going to say it again, and I'll give you the days that the pantry is open, and it's open to everyone. So you don't have to necessarily, it's in the south suburbs, but you don't have to necessarily live in the south suburbs. Again, that is the Valley Kingdom Ministries International. And the address is 5217 West 149th Street. And the phone number is in Oak Forest. And the phone number is 708-225-9317. And the hours of operation that they have the pantry open is every Wednesday from 4 to 6 p.m. Every Thursday from 10:30 to 12:30 p.m. and every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. Did everybody get that? In case you need some information about pantry, it could be families, could be single people. If you need food, go over there. From what she says, that they have a pretty robust pantry, and meaning that probably you'll get a lot of items. Okay. All right. Anybody else up that wants to give some additional information?
Oh, yes. Hi, this is Winnie Amber back.
Okay.
Okay, I was multitasking.
Okay.
The times for the back to school rallies are for the Emerald office is from 11 to 2 p.m. And that's for the
Okay.
Emerald office. For the
Okay.
Harvey office is from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay. Thank you, Gwen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Anybody else have any information about their agency, where they're from, what they're doing, any announcements?
Hey,
So
Suzette. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna make your announcement. I thought you were gone. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
All right,
James.
I'm jumping on camera. Yeah, I messaged Kim on the side. I was trying to get it out to the group because I may have to pop off at 11. But I did want to announce very quickly the suburban Cook County area. Really, Cook County has been hit pretty hard recently with tornadoes, a new term, derecho, that I just learned yesterday, a few days ago. So CETA does, for those that don't know, we provide emergency assistance or for helping families rebuild after these storms. So I shared a brief flyer and an infographic with Kim. Kim, if you'd be so kind to, post that to the group when you get a chance. But we do want to be a resource for families that are impacted by, by these recent flood and the weather, dramatic weather changes. So contact CETA. The direct number to start the process is 312-795-8948. And for this program, it is income requirements. You do have to verify that you're a resident of suburban Cook County. So we need proof of residency, proof of income, and then proof of identity. So again, if anybody is in need of resources for rebuilding after all of these storms, please give our department, Family Support Community Engagement, a call. That number is 312-795-8948. I'll give it to you one more time, 312-795-8948. And Kim, if you'd be so kind to drop my contact information in the chat, that'll be fantastic. And I do want to make just two more announcements on CETA's LIHEAP program. For those that that are familiar with CETA, people know us for paying light gas utility bills, and that program typically ends at the end of May, beginning of June. But because of funding increases and the demand and need of services, the applications are still open today through July, and they are scheduled to remain open through August and September. So typically, where we close our LIHEAP applications May 31st, June 1st, they're actually open. So if anybody is in need of utility bill assistance, please give us a call. You can start with that 312 number that I gave you, or you can contact CETA's call center, which is 1-800-571-CETA, 1-800-571-2332. And that's for LIHEAP assistance. And I did want to pull up one more announcement about a new program that may be hitting the news media and some of your local networks soon. Coming soon to the state of Illinois and Cook County. So Nicor and Peoples Gas and North Shore Gas customers will now be able to take advantage of a new program called the Illinois Natural Gas Low Income Discount Rate, the LEADER program. It's a complement to our LIHEAP program. So short story short, and I'll share the flyer with you, Kim, but beginning October 1st, due to utility regulation changes, natural gas bills will be discounted on a monthly basis based on the customer's household income. So similar to how we pay people's light gas utility bills based on their income, now utilities are going to reduce families or households utility bills based on their income. So please keep an eye out for the low income discount rate program, LIDR. You could probably Google it and get a little information. We just got a memo internally, I believe last Friday, and it started going out earlier this week. So Kim, I didn't put that in the chat, but I'll share it with you and Miss Suzette and anybody interested in the program. Please contact CETA or see me for more program information. So thank you, ladies, for giving me a few minutes to talk about some of our services.
Thank you, James. Let me just say this. So we got the pantry if you need something to eat. We got some help for services if the tornado messed up your residence. We got some help with the light bill, and then we got help with the gas bill. Look at this. Whatever. Oh, and we got okay. I got you next, Patricia. And then we got the information from DCFS. We rolling over here at the National Provider Network. Okay, so Patricia, you gonna say something, baby? Take yourself off of mute. Okay.
Yes, so I actually have another resource for you guys. If anybody is working in the Calumet cluster region or living in the Calumet cluster region, I am offering free trauma informed care workshops for the adults. In these workshops, we discussed about trauma informed care, making transitions from the old approach to trauma care to the new approach where it's all more inclusive. We really give a lot of healing tools and just kind of a new approach in how to deal with these kids who are our youth in the community who are dealing with all kinds of struggles that we didn't have to deal with when we were younger. So these workshops are free for the community. Please reach out to me, give me a call or an email. My phone number is 219-484-3156. I'd be more than happy to come out, set up a workshop. I have capacity for up to 100 participants at a time. We have we have two options, either virtual or in-person trainings as well. So just want to let you all know about
Can you
that.
give your number again, please?
219-484-3156. And my email is PZ as in zebra, UN as in Nancy, IGA at SGA-youth.org.
Thank you, Patricia. And if anybody missed that information, you can contact myself or Kim, and we will do what we can to get that information out to you.
Okay, thank
I
you.
got an announcement.
Okay, Kristen, what's your announcement?
This Saturday is the Disability Pride Parade. And Kim, you could tell them more about it.
Absolutely.
If you want to.
Okay, so this Saturday we'll be walking with Kristen for the Disabilities Pride Parade. There is information on our website, so we are definitely looking for other people to walk with us. Let me pull up the information so I can have it for you guys. I'll drop a link in the chat box. It does start downtown, and I'll drop that information in the chat box for you guys.
Okay, thank you, Kim.
T-shirts available.
All right.
For $20. So if you want to buy a t-shirt or make a donation, I'm going to drop the link in the chat box.
Okay, thank you, Kim. And I see Miss Javonna Smith has joined us.
Hey,
Javonna,
Giovanna.
hey,
How you all doing?
we're good. And your girl, Gwendolyn Amber, she represented you very well.
I'm so happy you all. Thank you all so much for the time that you gave us, as well as the response that we've gotten from those who attend this meeting. It has been simply wonderful. So thanks, Kim and Suzette, for all you do to help us.
You're
No
welcome.
problem. Any additional information you want to give us, Giovanna? I mean, Kim did a good job. I mean, Gwen did a good job, but if you want to put anything else, any additional information out there, you can.
Well, I'm sure she covered everything. We're just so excited about being a part of this process with the Emerald Office and Harvey, that they're extending it to the community members so that our families know what's out there, because we are definitely trying to prevent the number of children that are coming into care. So having all these resources would definitely provide that information to the families that we serve.
Thank you. Thank you so very much to both of you ladies. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful information.
Thanks, Glenn.
Okay, so we got about 10, 15 more minutes. Does anybody else have any information, additional information they want to give the group before we get up on out of here?
I do. This is
Okay,
yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Nange? Yeah.
I'll be brief. This is Anange from Solid Ground Behavioral Services and Solid Ground Foundation for Behavioral Services. We will be participating in the DCFS event on August 7th. I think we already registered, so we're super excited about that. So thank you all for sharing. I think we're walking with Kristen this Saturday too. So I just asked Kim to follow up on our registration to make sure we're there. We recently onboarded our expressive art therapist as a DHS level 2 provider, which means that she is now able to work directly with learners, youth, and or adults who have intellectual disability who qualify under the Medicaid waiver. So if there's anyone, and we'll be sharing that information, of course, at the resource fairs coming up, but if there's anyone who may have the limited access, I know, to the Illinois Medicaid waiver, or for families who are interested in seeking out expressive therapy services for youth with intellectual disability and or adults with some challenges, please feel free to reach out to us. So I'll be sharing that information with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh my God, you guys are awesome, but thank you so very much. This is what we do. We try to provide information regarding resources to the community, local and national. And it is, I didn't think we were going to have that many people because, it's July and people are on vacation, but I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure from Kim, we appreciate each and every one of you being here and sharing this information with us. Anybody else before we go?
Suzette, I wanted to share just really quickly, especially because DCFS is here, but and it doesn't have anything necessarily to do directly with them, but just thinking through this as servicing parents. We have a lot of like 50 plus, 60 plus parents who show up here who have adult children who have failed to launch. And we've even had 2 families show up in their very recent past stating like, you know what, my son or my daughter is 38, 40 years old, and I do not want them to live with me anymore. And they have not followed directions since the time of a teenager, or they've just been doing their own thing, and I'm on a fixed income and I can't take it anymore. Okay. And so when we think about parents, not only parents of young children, but parents of adult children, and the stress that they're under and the needs that they have. So I just wanted to put that out there because I thought about that group. I hear about them when I'm in church, but I never really quite heard about them in the mental health space. But they're showing up here asking for help. And so I just want to kind of let the group know some of the things that we're helping the community with. And then also that this is a free mental health space, and that because it's non-clinical, we don't do any like diagnosing or labeling. We really do just try to get to the heart of the issue, help people label their feelings, explore their emotions, and create goals, and then connect them to resources. And so if you do know someone who's struggling with, going to traditional therapy, this may be a good place for them to kind of get their feet wet, figure out, like, get the connection of figuring out like, okay, so, this is what it's like for someone to help me. And it doesn't have to be, I feel weak or, all the things that people go through. So I just wanted to share that information, and thank you so much.
Also, thank you. And make sure you put your information, send your information to the website. I mean, the link that Kim put up. And then also everyone who is on this call, or if you know somebody else, we are always looking for agency linkage agreements to help us provide information to the public. So please, please, please sign the agency linkage agreement, and Kim put a link in there for that too. Oh my God, this is just awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
So I want to just say that I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful because I'm also a parent with lived experience, and so I could definitely fit the description of one of those folks you're talking about. And so the work of this LAN is very important to me, because so many people know they need services, but it's almost a full-time job as a parent to try to navigate those services and figure out who's what and what you're eligible for. So it's very, it's very hopeful when we have providers such as yourselves who are not just in a position, but everybody has such compassion. So for us, one of the things that we're trying to do as part of our due diligence is to be able to not only help facilitate these referrals, but also to be able to document them, because that's very important when it comes to even demonstrating to local, state, and federal people that these are the needs within our communities. So I dropped a couple of links, as Suzette mentioned. One is an agency linkage. What we're hoping to do with that is to help shore up the statewide database. We noticed that a lot of the providers who attend our meetings are not in there. And that is a resource that that DCFS and other statewide agencies go to when they're trying to help families. It's also open to the public. We'd love to create a directory. And so we started to list some of the services that are represented by this group on our website, as well as some of the logos. We would love to enhance that and be able to even have links, and so that people can come to our website and be able to reach out to people that they're seeing here. We also are piloting a referral form. Right now, it really is focused on helping providers connect with each other, because we know that, even from some of the feedback that I'm getting in the chat box is like, oh, I want to connect with this person. We know the value of being able to connect, because you may be providing your families with a certain set of services, but then when you come here, you're like, oh my God, my clients and my families need that service. So we just want to be able to help tell the story of what's being needed and how you all coming into this space is helping our families. So if you guys can help us with that, that is very appreciative. We've also reached out to several people who are regular attendees about working a little bit closer with us around building a strategy and a very distinctive process for LAN 53 to bring us back to that heyday where we had resources flowing, we were making robust referrals. And as everybody knows, those things are critical to being able to sustain the work that we do in doing the reach out, the outreach and everything. The other thing that we do with the information is just like with Giovanna and the resource fairs, we're able to be contacted from folks who are having these fairs for their clients and for their communities, and send that information out to everyone, and being able to help make sure that they've got the right providers for their audience. So I appreciate you guys. I know that we get tired of filling out forms, but if you could bear with us, we're trying to get things to where it's a little bit more automated, and that everybody kind of has the information that they need. So thank you. I know we've got some people jumping off because they gotta go. So 4 minutes left.
All right. Anybody else have any information? Okay. So I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Come back next month and bring a friend. All right. Talk to you later.
One last announcement, Dr. Lopez. Did you want to announce the Aunt Martha's Health Fair?
Sure. I mean, I can just mention that on August the 10th is going to be back to school health fair at 500 Dixie Highway from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you would like to participate, just go ahead and send me an email and send you the invitation so I can put you down in the list. Hopefully someone can join us. I know it's a last minute thing, but feel free to come over and enjoy and know about our services that are in Martha's. Okay?
And
Thank you, Dr.
I have
Lopez.
the flyer, so I'll be sending that out to everyone as well. Thank you, Dr. Lopez.
Thank you. You guys are the best. I'm really impressed. I loved your energy. I love everything. You guys are the best so far.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And look, we got 3 minutes to go. All right. Everyone have a great day. And Shanae, I miss you. Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye,
Have a great
everyone.
day.
Bye, everybody. Travel safely.
All right.